Last week, we talked about how chronic levels of stress can actually cause us to feel more triggered at work, like where we feel like the Hulk with our emotions. Triggers often come from situations from our past to where, when we then engage with a coworker or a boss and they say something that reminds us of like when we were in middle school, we start to react in ways that are much bigger than the situation. I'm Sarah Lorenz. I'm a mindfulness speaker and trainer, helping business leaders and entrepreneurs find their center in business and in their personal lives. So, how do you deal with these intense emotions? Something that's helpful to remember is that emotions are information. They're trying to help you understand a situation. And there are three critical steps in my mind to gather this information from emotion. The first step is stepping back from the situation. We talked about this a little bit last week, but when you find that you're triggered by somebody at work, the best thing that you can do is find your center, right? Even if you're in a meeting, find a way to find your center and not react when you're triggered, but to go inside and take time to then gather information about the situation. So you're not suppressing the information or the emotions, you're really just holding off until you can respond in a better way after you've evaluated the situation. The second thing is to get physical and set an intention. I really love going to the golf course and hitting a bucket of balls when I'm stressed out. It gets me into a place where I can then relax, feel clear, and get some insight around what's happening inside of me. The other piece to that is that you set an intention with that. So maybe you don't want to go to the golf course, but maybe you want to go on a walk during your lunch. Set an intention and just say, I'd really like to understand why I'm feeling so stressed out right now. And it's a simple intention like that that can actually help you to find clarity. So you shake off that stress and then you set the intention. The last thing is to identify stress responses. Oftentimes there will be something that's preemptive to you kind of lashing out or you feeling triggered. And it can be something like a headache. You notice that every time you're about to hit that edge and get triggered, you start to get these headaches, you're like, I'm just feeling like, really stressed out and I get these headaches. That is identifying your stress response. And so that in the next situation where you start to get a headache, then you can respond in a new way. So you don't hit that trigger level of stress, but you can step back and monitor, how you're feeling. So first, don't react in the first moment, step back, get physical and set an intention, and then identify your stress response. So the next time things come up, you can deal with them in a new way. For weekly micro learnings on mindfulness and how to be an embodied leader, click on the bell button that will then alert you to every weekly video that comes out. Until next week.